Hey everyone, so tonight I'm going to make a recipe for you called Balsamic Grilled Caprese Chicken. Yeah, okay, so I think this recipe, I'm going to do it on the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle just because I prefer using the non-stick plates over the newer cast iron griddle pan that they've come out with. So I wanted to show you that first before I got started doing some of the others. So this is the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle. It has a top and a bottom piece. Both plates, they're interchangeable. One doesn't say top and bottom. You can put them on either one. The on and off button is, let's see if I can turn this around for you. That's as far as I'm gonna be able to turn it. It's right back here. So we're gonna turn that on. And it's gonna light up to let us know that we turned it on. Okay. The part that catches grease is underneath. So we are going to, because we're going to be grilling, we are going to turn this to grill, and it's already preset at 400 degrees. It says 5 minutes. So we're going to push the button. I think this is where we could change it. Yeah, you can change it by 30-second intervals. I'm gonna put it on 10 minutes and press the button. And you'll see it light up a little square that flashes. So we're just gonna let that heat up and do its thing. That already feels warm. So at this point, I'm going to show you the rest of the dish. And this is a dish that's going to come together really easy. This is some chicken breast that I've cut into thin sliced pieces. I have been marinating it with salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, and a little bit of olive oil. It's been sitting maybe about 45 minutes. So we're going to get to the tomatoey part of this. Now, you could easily use your tomato slicer, and this is a good product. It's got a serrated edge and it slices really easy. But for all those cute little, nice little squares of tomato like it shows in the picture here, I don't know if you can see that. I prefer to use my quick slice. Of course, I use my quick slice a lot. Has its own protective cover. Move my basil out of the way here. And this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna lay this on here. And I'm just gonna slice it. And it usually works better to do a rocking motion like that. I don't really like the core in my stuff. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to lay our slices on here. Put a couple small ones there with the bigger ones. I'm going to go across. I'm going to knock those out. And then I'm going to lay the longer pieces up and down on here. And then we're going to cut across again. And then you have all your nice little cubes. Now this is good not only for bruschetta, but for pico de gallo, fresh salsa, anything like that. I am going to do this. Instead of wasting that whole thing, I'm just going to put that little piece that had the core in it You just have to make sure to turn them so that they actually get chopped in the other direction. But to me, this is a whole lot quicker than trying to do it with the knife. And it makes nice, cute little uniform cuts. Now this recipe calls for 2 tomatoes. I'm actually going to do 3 because I like a lot of the tomato topping. And typically with a bruschetta, you're going to have olive oil and a balsamic vinegar and then your garlic and salt and pepper. That's the other thing I did not lay out, is the garlic. But this recipe instead has you doing a balsamic glaze drizzled over the top of it. And guys, I just bought that from the store. There's no reason to make things any more difficult than we have to. If there's something I can get from the store and I feel like it's not too expensive, I will do that. But I do try to do a lot of stuff that's fresh. Thank you, babe. I may actually just do these 2, and then if I want to add the 3rd one in, I will. Just so I can see how much of it we have. Ooh, I didn't slice all the way. Okay. So, now at this point, we're going to chop up our basil. And the best way to do that is going to be just to take these little leaves off. It calls for 1/4 of a cup. I had a plant growing over here, so I've just been using what I've got in my window. It's about time to plant some more before long out in the garden. And I don't want to use the tomato knife for that. So I'm going to use a little Santoku knife. Now, in our new catalog, Pampered Chef has come out with a whole new section of knives. I'm still using the older ones. The difference being with these knives that I know of, they're different colors, but that's so that you know that the newer ones are dishwasher safe, where the older ones were not. So, I don't have a dishwasher anyway. That doesn't make much difference to me. So, that's why I didn't purchase those. But I have heard that they're really, I think also my director said something about she felt like there was something different in the handle. I don't know if it has maybe some sort of grips. That might be something to check into. All right. So we are going to put our basil in there. 1 clove of garlic. And if you don't know the trick, gotta find a clean place here on my board. The trick to taking a whole clove of garlic and getting it to open is pushing the stem end down and just pushing down with your hand. And that should make that separate so that the cloves come out easily. There's one. We only need 1 for this recipe. And knock the skin off of it. Although with our garlic press, you actually do not have to take the skin off. It'll press it without doing that. But I kind of like to go ahead and do it. So, here's the garlic press. We're going to press our fresh garlic into it. If I turn it the right way. I think I heard the thing go off on the grill that it was ready, so I got excited and was trying to hurry. Yep. Okay. So this is the Italian seasoning that I used on the chicken. We're not going to use this in here, but I did want to show you that. And if you haven't used our pantry products before, you should give them a try. They're really good. I grow my own herbs and things out in the garden, but I do use ours a lot of times through the winter time. And a lot of times they have more of what I call a blend, which basically just means it's several things together. It may not be just the one herb. So this was 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper I just added in. And we are going to add a teaspoon of olive oil. And I'm using my Easy Read measuring spoons for that. The good thing about them being clear and the writing being in black, you can see really well what they are. I had some Tupperware ones. There wasn't nothing wrong with them, except as I was getting older, it was etched into it, so it got a little harder for me to see it. Okay. So all we're doing at this point is stirring this together, and we're going to let that sit while we grill our chicken. So, back over here, the grill and griddle. I'm just going to say the grill. That's what we're using right now. It says add, so we need to add how much time. Anyway, when I press the button, it come up for 10 minutes. This is new in our spring catalog. It's the spatula tongs. And this is one of those things that you look at and you think, well, that's neat. And then you think, do I really need those? And then you get it and you're like, oh, where have these been all my life? So these are really good when I do burgers, chicken. One of the things I really like them the most for is if I'm doing a roast and I'm browning it first, and the bigger surface area helps me to turn the roast better than regular tongs does. So here we go. We're going to lay our chicken on here. And I don't know if I'll get all 6 pieces on here. I could lay it out flat and do part of it on the other side. But I think I'm just going to do a few at a time. I'm just going to push that down. If we were using the regular cast iron pan, we would have to do it for 5 minutes and flip it over. So now if I flip it over, it's only going to be because I want those nice crisscross marks, which I may do. While that's going, I'm going to get a pan to put down. See, I can see right here the chicken's already turning white. It still needs a couple of minutes. So we're down to 7 minutes, so I would say about 5 minutes is accurate. I'm going to turn this in just another minute to get those nice little crisscross marks. Because this thing does heat up really fast. I have found it easy to overcook things in this. And another good thing I didn't tell you, the spatula tongs, they're heat safe up to 450 degrees and they are dishwasher safe. So, since the new catalog came out, these and the cup slicer have been a favorite among everybody. In fact, within 2 weeks, both of these products sold out and they've had to replace them. So, and I'll show you the cup slicer later in the week. Okay, I might give it just one more minute. So as this starts to finish up, it calls for using fresh mozzarella that's been sliced. I took another one of the Easy Outs from the grocery store, bought fresh mozzarella slice. Just because looking at the pricing, I couldn't find the regular fresh one. Well, I did. I found the ball of fresh mozzarella, and it was higher than this was already sliced. Otherwise, I would have got the other one, and I would have probably used a quick slice to slice this too. I have done that before. I don't think I have to put chicken juices on it, but now another cool thing about this is you can adjust this arm here by pushing this down and make this where it will stay up above the chicken and just hover there so it melts the mozzarella. And all we're going to do at this point is just give this until the mozzarella melts. I'm going to take these pieces of chicken off and put them in my platter. And when I serve it, we're going to put a spoonful of the bruschetta. And then I've got my balsamic glaze that we're just going to drizzle across the top of it. And that's it. So I'm going to watch these, let this finish cooking, and I will see you later, guys. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.